The South African National Editors Forum says it's disappointed by the lack of consultation over government's decision on the publication of Matric results. The Department of Basic Education scrapped the publication of Matric results, citing the Protection of Personal Information Act. They've scrapped it from being publicized in the media. I'm joined by SANEF Executive Director Reggy Moalusi, I beg your pardon, to expand for us in terms of why SANEF is disappointed.
Good afternoon, Dudu. Thanks for having us. I think we are disappointed because there is the decision to not publish the Matric results came to us as a surprise. It's a surprise because there was no prior consultation. The department didn't engage us, and the results, as you may know, have been published for a number of years. And we understand and we respect the POPI Act, and we know what it entails because we were one of a key stakeholder that the information regulator engaged. So the POPI Act came into effect, the middle of last year, and the department had all this time to reach out to us as the fraternity to say, can we discuss how best to do this as compared to just taking the decision and announcing it with I think it was 10 days away until the results are released, because the results will be out on the 18th.
I remember a time in history when I was anxiously waiting in my mother's car. Couldn't sleep the entire night until the entire morning, waiting for the results to be published. I wonder, in that consultation, should the department have consulted you, what your submission would have been or what your proposal would have been?
Our proposal to do, first of all, we need to respect the learner's privacy, and we need to accept as the media fraternity to say their privacy is of utter importance, and we respect that, we uphold it. We have always done that as a media. But our proposal would have been, how about we go with only publishing student numbers? How about we do that? Because in that regard, then the families of a particular student can then search for those results using only the student number. That's the one proposal. And we are encouraged that this morning the department has come back to us to say, can we have a meeting tomorrow to iron out some issues? And hopefully that meeting will come up with the best solution possible as compared to the total ban of the non-publication of these results.
You made mention in your statement of financial implications to media houses. How so?
The financial implications are there, because, I mean, if you take like a newspaper has to sort of do pre-orders in terms of the print run and all that. Those pre-orders, if they do that, there's money that's been put in. And the pre-orders cannot just be cancelled. The newspapers have to, prior to the release of these results, go out and look for advertising. There's also the configuration of data sets when it comes to digital. All those cost money. So if there's that little investment that was done by a particular media house, now they have to say this is money down the drain. And it's money down the drain that we all know that the media fraternity has been facing quite a tough time when it comes to revenue generation. So it cannot really afford to lose any cent. Hence we are saying, if we knew this on time, then newspapers and those going with digital platforms couldn't have put any cent or invested or planned to say there are Matric results coming out in January and this is what we need to do. That's not. They were going to totally avoid doing that. But unfortunately, that's been happened, and all of us were caught by surprise on Tuesday morning when this announcement was made.
The suggestion to just publish student numbers, is that still not a violation of somebody's personal information being put out there? I ask in a sense that if a family member from Gqeberha has my student number, they're still able to access my details.
Yes, but that family member would have the student number because, remember, I'm accessing your personal details because you gave me permission to access that personal details. But if there's someone in Gqeberha, there's a John in Gqeberha that I don't know, I can't access that. I don't know who the student number belongs to. So the learners in this regard would have shared that particular student number, first of all, with their permission, and sharing that student number with their respective families only, so that the families can then access those results. Because if the learner now is away, and the learner, for them to access the results, they have to go to the particular school, you can imagine that. But if families know that, okay, we are on holiday or we are traveling, but here's a student number, we can access and see this, then that's better. I think that's the one proposal we want to put there, to say the POPI access for your personal information to be accessed, you need to give permission. So in this regard, the learners would have given that permission.
Reggie, unfortunately, we are losing your connection sporadically there, but I think we got the overarching message that you're not necessarily against the department's move. You'd have wished for just a heads up well in advance. Reggy Moalusi is the SANEF Executive Director. Thank you for availing yourself this afternoon.